Hi guys, Harry Yotis here, professional trader for 20 years now, started in 2005 and still alive in 2026. Okay, today, daily market update. This candle right here on a chart of the S&P 500 is Tuesday, the 27th of January, another big update. So for 2 days this week, we're going up strong, fulfilling the prophecy of probably going to new highs after this move here. Okay, the big news of the day is healthcare destruction. Healthcare stocks are getting killed. We're going to get to that fairly soon. Obviously, first we talk about the technical picture in the S&P 500. Still bullish. Let's bring in the moving averages. We don't really have to. Still trading. Price is above every moving average. Okay, and this is the 50-day moving average in red, and we're above that. So everything is looking good. We are still in the bullish camp. As long as the price goes up here and probably goes into new highs, we are going to stay bullish, technically speaking. Obviously, we always talk about sentiment as well. Now we're into greed. Finally, 1 day into greed, from neutral to greed. I like that. Okay, we're starting to get into greed. Still the put call option. People are still shorting the highs. I don't get it. Anyways, that makes it better for us. Okay, we're still in the greed camp, and it should solidify it. It should solidify more in this area going forward. Okay, it shouldn't just be 1 day and then back down. You never know. Trump could come out and attack Iran, and that'll kill the market for a little while, or maybe it won't. Who knows? But from now on, I like to see greed and to solidify into here before I start getting worried as a bull. But as of this reading, I'm still bullish. So I like the sentiment. I like the technicals, and of course the fundamentals are still great. So everything is bullish. So let's get on to our big news of the day, the healthcare destruction. CNBC, Humana, United Health plunged 20% after Trump administration proposes keeping Medicare Advantage rates flat, basically. Okay, so shares of the big pharma guys, healthcare insurance companies are getting smoked because the proposal entails a 0.9% net average payment increase for the Medicare Advantage plans in 2027, which is significantly less than Wall Street analysts' expectations. They were expecting 4 to 5%, okay, and they got like nothing. That's like 0.1%. It's complete nothing. So the stocks got hammered. What happened? UNH, United Healthcare. Look at that, boom. As it announced earnings, basically flat everywhere, okay? But the announcement didn't help. Down. You had CVS, okay? Down too. It was clearly the Trump administration's Humana. Oh my God, getting destroyed, okay? It's basically the same chart. Humana, you getting destroyed. It's like, let's go to United Healthcare, the big guy there. Everybody talks about it, okay? It was coming back, boom, destroyed, okay? But what you guys should know is that if you've been looking at my daily updates and my sentiment on what sectors I think will outperform, healthcare is not it. The healthcare sector is not going to perform well, even without this Trump administration negative reading. It's not going to perform well in a risk-on bullish environment. And we've just established that SPY is risk-on, bullish everywhere, okay? So why would you want to be in a sector that is basically a defensive sector in risk on? This is why you don't want to be in healthcare stocks in general. Maybe later on, like forget about doing like fundamental analysis in terms of these stocks are undervalued or overvalued. They're not going to participate. It doesn't really matter. They're not going to participate in an up move in a risk on type of environment. And this is risk on because we are literally climbing a wall of worry. So that's why we're bullish. And when you're bullish, you don't want to be in these sectors. You want to be in sectors like the semiconductors, which are leading indicators. Look at this, SMH, up, okay? New highs. This is what you want to be in. You want to be in the stocks that are the consumer discretionary. Like I said, gold, silver, what else? The rare earths, the critical metals. So all of those, you want to be in that, and you don't want to be in like utilities, and you don't want to be in UNH and healthcare, okay? So the conclusion is, yes, the healthcare stocks are destroyed, but because of our analysis, we weren't in them in the first place, so we avoided that pitfall. Okay, which is great news. So don't be in the sectors that will not perform when the market is risk on. Okay, the next thing and the last thing that I want to talk about is silver. Yes, I know I'm beating a dead horse. After yesterday's move, this is the silver price CFD. So silver price basically in Europe or London. Okay, yesterday it hit the 117 level, which we said was the Hunt Brothers risk-adjusted high of $50 in 1980. Well, $50 in 1980 is about $117 in today's dollars. It basically hit that and then got destroyed. Everybody thought this was a top. Everybody on Twitter wants to short. Do not short. Okay, it's the suckers play. Okay, and then boom, silver back up. Okay, the next day, because the fundamentals haven't changed. Okay, we saw like the Shanghai price kept going up, and today went up again. It's at 128. Yesterday, I don't know what it was up yesterday, but today, 123. So it's up basically $5. It keeps going up in Asia. This is basically a proxy for physical demand. The physical demand is still there. Why would you short? Okay, don't try to pick tops. It's human psychology. It's a rookie mistake. Best to not do anything and wait. That's not the high probability move. It's not trying to pick a top and try to short it. Okay, especially when the fundamentals haven't changed. So don't be a hero. In other words, just stick with the trend if the fundamentals are there. Okay, you don't know when it's going to break. If it breaks, it breaks. Okay, but you have to wait for a fundamental change, and the fundamental change hasn't changed. It's still there, so don't go short. Best to wait for something like this. We said, wait till it breaks and consolidates sideways for a while before going long with the trend. Okay, don't try to go short when you have a fundamental bullish trend. Don't do the opposite. Okay, so what I also wanted to mention is that SLV, the ETFs, today it went up in the end. But if you look at the, let's say the 15 or 30-minute chart of SLV, okay, they were tanking it. Okay, this is all day today. They were tanking it, the 27th. So tanking it, trying to suppress the price for some reason. But as the silver price kept going up, because the silver price in Europe, let's say, which is silver here, this really never, the 30-minute chart, look, it kept going up. It kept going up a bit. They tried to take it down, but you can't beat it. Okay, especially here, it's a very telling thing. Like this silver price, you can see it goes on forever, like a 24-hour. Okay, so a 24-hour trade here, all the way down yesterday that we mentioned, but then catches a bid during the Asian markets. This is at like 8, 9, 10, 11, 1, 2, 3 a.m. Asian markets are still buying. In the West here, they tried to kill it. But then in the Asia, they're buying it. In the West, they tried to kill it. Back to buying it again towards the end. The suppression methods will not work. Okay, the suppression methods do not work. And this is a 30-minute chart, so you can see exactly what time they're killing it, which is like Western time, and Eastern time zones, they're buying it. And we saw here, they're still buying. And by the way, this smash used to work in the past when the market was in the West. But now this is telling you that the real price setters are in the East. Silver is moving, and precious metals and gold, the price discovery, the physical market is moving to the East, China, Shanghai. Okay, so these Western moves will not be long lasting. So try not to get in the way of that. When you see, let's go back to the daily. When you see a smash or whatever, a nice wick which looks bad, like this wick alone would be bearish. Everybody will go short. But no, because the West doesn't control it anymore. It's the East. And if the East wants to buy, they're going to buy. Forget about what the chart says. Okay, forget about charting. And I'm trying to time a top, okay? Here, that looked bad too after this big drop. People went short here. They're getting smoked. Okay, because don't make the mistake of shorting a fundamentally strong trend. Don't let your human nature, human brain, human reptile brain try to tell you, it's overbought, it's too parabolic, quote unquote. No, it's not. Until the price in China goes down, we're not going down. Okay, so that's what I wanted to mention. Guys, don't try to pick shorts. The move now is to wait. You don't have to trade. It could wait a week, 2, 3, 4. Patience. A month, 3 months. Wait 4, 6 months. Because the trade you want to make next is going to be one that is long, going long, and where the odds are in your favor. After this type of consolidation, okay? Because now you're just guessing, you're just gambling on a short, okay? Don't go short. Wait to go long, especially since the fundamentals haven't changed. So that's what I wanted to say. Let's reiterate. SPY, still bullish. We don't have to mention anything here. We're approaching highs. We're right at the highs. Don't try to short right now. Okay, this is a bullish trend. Sentiment just got into the greed. Okay, we have plenty more room to go, especially since people are still buying puts. Okay, health insurers, don't be in UNH, United Healthcare. Okay, don't be in these stocks regardless. Okay, because bad news are really going to destroy it. And even good news, I don't think would have made it catch a big bid. It wouldn't, because the expectations were 4 to 5% increase in the Medicare package. That's what the expectation was. So the market probably wouldn't have reacted that much anyways. So you don't get a big upside if the market is in your favor, and you get a huge downside when the market goes against you. No, don't be in this sector. These are defensive sectors. Don't be in them, okay? What is it? Humana, any of these guys. CV. Look, it's the same chart. You don't have to do it. Everything is the same chart, and this is not by coincidence, okay? That's how it's supposed to be. Don't be in these names. These are not risk-on sector. When you want to buy things like we mentioned, semiconductors, gold, silver, etc. Okay, and of course, silver. Don't be a hero. Don't try to time a short because it looks too overbought or it's parabolic or whatever. This isn't a penny garbage stock that you short parabolic moves on, which are dangerous in and of itself. This is a fundamentally strong stock driven by Eastern physical demand. Look, it's at 128 now. I don't even know what's going to be tomorrow. You don't know where it's going to settle. Don't get in the way of the train. Okay? That's it, guys. If you like what you hear, like and subscribe, of course. It helps a lot with YouTube. And, of course, leave a comment, and I will get to it as soon as I can. So that's it, and looking forward to what happens tomorrow and the rest of the week. I suspect we might even close at highs. Later, guys.